Yo, 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 King Earner coming to you guys live and direct. First and foremost, click the link in the bio to get Size Pilot Sea Moss Gold Gel. The only Sea Moss Gold Gel that is what? Of honor. Everybody else that's selling the 16 ounces for $50. Besides said, you know what? We're going to honor the people with 64 ounces of the Sea Moss Gold Gel for only $50. You know, sometimes with shipping and handling, it might be a little $3, $4, but it's still the best price. You damn near getting you are getting a wholesale, at an honorable price, man. You're not getting retail. Retail that would be $100, man. We got that Size Polish Raw Sea Moss Gold. The pounds are theirs. They're there for you to buy it. They're there for families. They're there for individuals who don't want this just for themselves. This is for one person. Honestly, I'm just keeping it truth, but 2 or 3 people can actually eat off of it or drink off of it, whichever way. You take your scoops out, put them in a blender with your favorite fruit or your favorite vegetable, and guess what? You blend with 8 ounces of alkaline water with your favorite fruit or vegetable, man. That's how I carry it. Or you take a spoon. If you're buying it for yourself, take a spoon out 3 times a day and eat it. That's how I carry it. Now, everybody keep asking me what's going on with Ab Case. Dag, King Earner, I know you've been going. What's going on? Let's just say, when you really listen to the case and when the case is over, you're going to know why these young men are innocent. You have to understand, when entertainment is misunderstood for reality, a lot of things and lies can come up. People, man, people are crazy. You ever seen the movie Selena? And how the old lady, she was after everything that she had going on. Like, she honestly wanted to, how can I say, kind of like do anything possible to kind of take out Selena. She actually was around her. She was a friend of the family. She was close, and she had enmity. She had a hatred heart where she just wanted to do Selena in. That's how I look at the case. I look at it just like that. I look at some black brothers who changed their lives years ago, and they get targeted because some don't want them to have success. And with certain individuals in certain areas and of certain communities, they don't want to see you get further. They'll do anything to stop you. And I'm going to say this. A.R. Ab began to grow so big in reference to his respect, his love, and the things that he done that are good in the community, that people want to associate with him with negativity. And those negative vibes have you on trial. Those negative, what they call them, some of them they call them orines, or, whatever they call them, electrons, whatever it is that you feel, whatever it is that you kind of get that vibe that something is wrong or people are against you, you can't really spread yourself real thin for people to be able to get to you, for people to be able to lie to you. You can't set a certain call from a fan. You can't show a certain fan love, meet up with them and sign their autographs and do things of this nature, because somewhere, somehow, because you're still amongst the community, they're going to figure out how to point you out in a negative way. So I'm telling every young man, every individual who runs around in the community, who used to be into negativity ages ago and changed their lives, make sure that you continue to grow as you give this picture of what we call reality to the world. When I mean make sure you grow, make sure you have things in place like A.R. Ab did. Make sure that it's proof that you have a business. That way, your entertainment can never, ever get in the way of the reality of life. And a reality of life, these young men are innocent. When this case is over, I will speak deeper on how I feel and what I see. I do know when I go down, we barely can get in the courtroom. When we do get in the courtroom, it's only for a couple of minutes. And honestly, the way I look at it, if it's a public hearing, if it's a public trial, why is it has to be organized to the point where it's though it's only about 20 people that they're allowing in there? And then when they do allow them in there, you have to sit next to people who are either spectators or agents. And from what I see, they're majority agents. Now let's get one thing clear here. If it was a police officer shot, those cops that have that courtroom packed to the capacity. I've seen those courtrooms when an officer got harmed. I've seen them, they pack them. But when a black man's life is on the line, we can't get what we will call a public trial. It's a right. If I'm not mistaken, it's the Sixth Amendment right. Let's start talking law. Let's start talking truth. And let's try to figure out why they aren't letting the public come like they want to. Why are they saying there is a capacity when there's still room for people to stretch? And come on, let's be for real here. These young men need the support, and people are flying in from all across the world. Why aren't these young men able to have a fair public trial? It's fairness in that. Because not everyone gets to see it. The aunt that hasn't seen her nephew, the grandmother who's coming 22 miles to see her sister child or her brother's child, or just a young man having trial that has a lot of good going on also. We got to begin to understand that if we don't clamp down on it, like if we don't start getting some understanding to our rights, they're going to continue to try to lynch us. Everything about it is a trial by ambush. Yes, a trial by ambush. A trial created based off of what? Jealousy and hatred and lies, because someone's going in the right direction of speaking positivity when you push the entertainment and the reality is there. That's all he ever done was spoke good and taught good. You heard the Philly Fame TV. You watched the interview. You heard the truth about the business, but yet everybody wants to go against it. For what? What do you get out of it? No one wants to say, damn, salute to some good men who done something right, done something positive. You forget when children needed prom things in order to make that smile come on their face. He showed. You forget that if you was a rapper and you was coming up and you didn't have a buzz, Fat Boy ain't have a problem with putting you in front of the screen and saying, this is so-and-so, or having you in there and catching a cameo. Where's the honor in you kittens? Where's the honor in you mutts? Where's the guys who were waiting to see if the whole baby situation would unfold to billions? They were sticking around and wanting to be around. Where's the guys that if a show was on, they was coming from wherever to say, you know, we love you, or whatever the case may be, just to get in a picture. And I understand some individuals just don't want to be in that type of environment. Much honor to them. For those who can get there, get there. But make sure that the family goes in first. And I think as a public trial, the family, the immediate family, should be pointed out and directed. But we have this thing that they call the government that more, it's not a democracy, it's like a dictatorship. It's like we have no say-so. We can't speak up. If we do, we're aggressively thrown out of situations and treated like dogs. But yet, if you go into a mafia courtroom when there's someone going through trial, there is no dishonor or disrespect. You know what that comes from? Us betraying ourselves 24/7. Everybody is a bunch of William O'Neills. Can't stand what they do. Youngins, I'm telling y'all tonight, stay away from the negativity. Stay away from anybody negative, because guess what? They'll bring you down. They'll watch you bubble in order to bring you down. It'll be the same ones that claim that they support you and that they're a fan that want to bring you down. That's what's going on. That's what will continue going on in our communities, period. You know why? We are taught to go against one another because this is what we teach ourselves. No one else taught us. We taught this to ourselves because somehow, some way, when they separated us, I was taught to think that you was my enemy and you was taught to think that I'm your enemy. But at the end of the day, none of us is really enemies. Everybody's based off honor until the betrayal and the disloyal comes in. It shows that you never possess that certain thing that everyone should have in them, and that's that inch of honor that moves you to another understanding that you're trustworthy in life. If we stop being disloyal to one another, period, if the lady who sees the robber run off, if she gets with somebody in the community that knows that child, knows that man, and find out that he may be on drugs, he may want to defeat his children, whatever the case, let us situate it. Because if it's not any of those things, of course, hands have to be put on these individuals for him to understand that you can't do this you can't rob and steal from an old lady. You can't just go around doing things. We have to govern ourselves. If we don't, they're going to govern us based off of lies. They're creating conspiracies to put you away. They got them growing in the guidelines right now with your name on it, youngin'. And when they say throw the book, they throw the book. And a lot of times, a lot of people don't have the strength mentally or physically to go ahead and throw the book back at them and say, you know what? I'm going to reserve my rights. We're going to trial, even if I'm not guilty. If you find me guilty, I'm going to have my rights to come back and go to trial again, and it'll never be over for me. Not like you kittens who fold up and bend like cheers. That's not of honor, and that's not what you should be doing. What you should be doing is not worrying about the street life and going in a positive route. Don't even think about it. Yeah, you could rap about it. You could talk about it. It's your culture. You could do what you want to do, but don't reenact it. You know, don't reenact it, because when you reenact it, it make others think that that person is reenacting it. And we all know that Ed put on a hell of a show. But that guy underneath of all of that show and entertainment is a brother to every brother. Whether you was orange, green, white, I don't see that kid no more. Where is he at? That white guy, that kid, where is he at? The one who is building views. Everybody that got some honor from Ab. Come on, show your love, your honor. At least support by supporting, freeing him. Come on, I don't understand it, but it's not for me to understand. If the internet done any of those things that I'm asking for, or that I'm saying that people should be doing, if they done that, then guess what? That's not reality. That's not the truth. That's not who these people are. These people don't have the strength to be men. These people don't have the strength to step up and say, I am a man. And that's why they're in the position they is, because they had the strength to say, you know what? I have a business. I am a man. We're not going to fold. We're going to stand tall. And yeah, I know everybody heard about Mullahs and Shadi getting their time, them pleading out. But guess what? Right around the corner. It makes sense. You know why it makes sense? There's no need to sit there really and watch these people lie all day. They're going to create whatever lie they can continue to create to bury these men. And guess what? Allah is going to see that they can't go over the word of Allah. We offering dua and we fasting and doing different things that's Allah is going to automatically accept our dua. Look at Yunus alayhi salam. Look how he was in the fish. As soon as he got caught up in it, what happened? If y'all don't know the story, he was supposed to be preaching the Tawheed to the people. And he got paranoid and took and ran. And when he got on the boat, it started shaking and moving. And they was wondering, like, what's going on? The people came to a board and said, we're going to draw lots. And when they started to draw the lots, they came with the understanding that Yunus alayhi salam had to go. He had to go overboard. So they said, hold, pause, let's do it again. They done it again, and he still came up short. They had to throw him over. When they threw him over, automatically, as soon as possible, the fish swallowed him. And he went into sujood, and he said, Ya Allah, forgive me for what I done. Like, forgive me. Forgive me for what I've done, like transgressed against you, because he knew he was wrong, because he knew he supposed to be teaching the people that Tawheed. And they said when he went on sujood and he asked Allah for that forgiveness, it was based off Kinger and Alive and Direct.